We are outside the offices of the Nala municipality. We are here in Bothaville, where the Department of Social Development in the province and also nationally, not forgetting the Free State government, they'll be launching a shelter. We are still running with the 16 days of activism that has been launched. They are going to be launching a shelter where that will take care of the GBV victims, gender-based violence victims. But fortunately, the MEC is here to talk to us about this program. It's MEC Mamiki Kabate. Thank you for your time, MEC. Just tell us about this program. How did it come about?
This program of building a shelter here in Bothaville came about because of the high rate of gender-based violence in the area. This area has a lot of farming communities. It also has some trucks that are passing by. And because of such things, you'd find that many women and children within farming communities would be violated, and it would not be easy for them to get a place of safety where to be put, including in the whole area, not necessarily the farming communities of Bothaville and the surrounding areas. And therefore, when we checked the stats in terms of gender-based violence and femicide, we deemed it fit that a shelter should be built in this area. It is working together with the police. The police are the ones that are referring the women and the children that are vulnerable to the shelter when they are being violated, when they are being beaten up, and they don't have anywhere to run to. That's why we are opening a shelter here today.
We know that there have been complaints about, especially women complaining that when they go to police stations, they are not being taken care of by officials there. What would be the activities at this shelter in terms of assisting those victims?
Part of the work is that the social workers should be able to counsel the victims in order for them to, when they open cases, they should be sober-minded, so that they should be able to give evidence, in a relaxed manner. Because we have realized that at times we lose cases because when one opens a case, let's say after being beaten up or being raped, you are not able to give full evidence. And when you are at the court now, remembering things well, giving full effect of what has happened, the court would argue that the evidence is not as presented when you were opening the case. So part of the center is to give counseling to the victims and the children. Because if you are a woman beaten in a home and you run away, you take your children along, it affects the children also, that they are not in their own home, that they find themselves in a particular place. That's the role that we are playing. But we are also playing a role of encouraging family values, because we also go to that family, engage with the partner, and try to build family relations so that the family can be able to go back home, and that they should live well without fighting one another. Those are some of the things that the shelter is doing.
Let's go back to the issue of policing here, police officials. Also, Mamiki, I opened a case today as a victim, but tomorrow the suspect is out, or tomorrow I have opened the case, the suspect is not being arrested. Obviously, you are working with SAPS in this regard. What's your take on that in terms of this opening of cases, making sure that the perpetrator is being arrested?
I think what we need to do is to do more public education on our people, to understand the legal processes, because the people do get hurt that a person has been arrested today and they see the person on the streets tomorrow, but maybe not understanding that legally you will appear at the court, you will apply for a bail, so that you give the investigators a chance to investigate matters that are happening. So when the person has received a bail, our communities do not understand that much as you are regarded a perpetrator, you are still regarded innocent until found guilty and qualify to get a bail. So maybe we should assist one another here. I'm talking to the media now. That public education should happen and be understood. What should never ever happen is that when a person has gone to the police station and opened a case, that the police should not take a case seriously. Yeah.
Okay. Mema Miki Tabate, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The MEC of Social Development in the Free State, Mema Miki Tabate, outlining the program today, what's going to be happening, and also outlining the program of this shelter that is going to be launched today for victims of GBV. We're going to be speaking to the Premier of the Free State, who's going to be telling us, as the government here in the Free State, and also the national government of the social development. I suppose the minister will be here also to sort of give support to this program that is being launched today. It's back to the studio.